Okay, another game of bigger battles now with armor. 2 Panzer IIIs, 2 2-2s, 2 R35s, 2 Samoas. Let's see what happens. I don't have a whole lot of characteristics on them. Just put some traits on. McMurray help me out. Well, that was an interesting first turn. My R35 all the way down there shot and hit this, caused two damage and a shock. The shock rolled away with the armor. These stayed. And then he fired back at him and ran out again. Has to reload the gun there. He's got a little breach jam or something. And over here on the French side, they started moving up and around. Boy, it was really hard to see these tanks. I apologize. Well, this guy got a shock from, man, who gave that to him? Oh, that guy way over there. Oh, here, let's look at the shot that they took here. So this guy here took a shot from this guy over here. He took a shock off on him, and then so he was like, oh, let me rally that, and rolled a 1. So he got another shock. Okay, anywho. So time for turn 2. Excuse me. So I've been trying something out that McMurray and I talked about just real quick. This is into turn 3. I didn't come back at turn 2. I'll just say this poor guy over here, this poor Panzer III has just been nothing but taking crap. However, he got his revenge. Anyway, we're using, so the guns I have are 18 and 36. So what we did is 236 is 5 or less, and the rest of the table is 8 or less, or 8 or more, sorry, 8 plus. So let's try that again. So 0 to 36 inches, you need a 5 plus to hit, plus or minus any modifiers. Then the rest of the table is 8 plus or minus, depending on modifiers. So let's get what happened here. Let's go over here to the German side. These guys, this guy's kind of sat here. One problem with that range is then you stop moving. That's why you need a lot more terrain on the field. I just kind of threw stuff down, but you really need more terrain. Unless you want to get within that 36 inches, and then you can start, hitting on 5s. He moved up. He's moved, and he stayed still. This guy's moved around, swept around. This guy, he just keeps sitting here. I keep trying to rally. Anyway, whatever. He's took another damage here. One more damage, he's done. Here's the big deal, big news. This guy finally got his revenge. He's been sitting there. He plunked away and took this guy out, this R35, and then this guy swung around here and shot him. There's no nothing about sitting side or rear armor, although according to bolt action anyway, these have good armor all around. So, I don't know, you could reduce their AP down 1 or something, or their armor value, I don't know. So, or increase the armor, the AP of the one hitting it, whichever. So those 2 were taken out. This guy finally rallied up and started moving around. So he's kind of going behind here, trying to get a little closer. He's sneaking around this side. Problem is, you're going to have this guy snooping around here. I didn't even think of that. Oh, this guy's got a shot. All right, let's see what the cards are. So now the French are down to 2 cards to the 4 German. And that's into turn 3. We'll come back. All right, lots of carnage on the battlefield. The first German blood is taken. The 2-2-2 is taken out by this Samoa, which only makes sense. The Germans are just hunting a wounded animal. Well, now he's a wounded animal. So this guy's coming up with this smoke coming out the back, and this guy's shooting, or coming around here. He couldn't shoot because he moved 20. Now, if he shoots him, it's going to be crazy. But and then this guy came around and did that 2 damage on him by moving and shooting. So it's about over for the Samoa. I think it's going to be this turn. So we'll see what happens in turn 6. Well, that was a blowout. The French, this Samoa did take it out. So the very first shot from that guy did take him out. He got 2 damages. Sorry, I just played another game. 2 damages and a shock. The shock and a damage recovered, but another one was added to the 2. So he is a goner. This guy was moving around. This guy was going to be next. He got terrible cards too. He would have had to wait 2 cards to go. They got the King of Spades. It was then you knew it was over. It's really hard to make armor saves in this. That armor save with the AP, and I was only using AP1, which turns out you're not supposed. AP1 is like a machine gun firing at armor. It only shocks it. But I was trying to think how to rate these guns on here versus like later on in the war, 4s and stuff. So that's something to kind of work through, but it still wouldn't have saved because I was rolling really low on my armor saves for the most part. I mean, I was saving occasionally, but not very often. So that is that. 2 Samoas and 2 R-35s down in the field of battle. Just 2 damage on the tank there and 1 222 down. So the Germans should be able to make those repairs and get it back into the field. And yeah, the French are a no-go. I suppose you could roll for crew survivals or something like that. I know there's escape hatch as one of the special rules. So you could get crews on the table, which would be kind of interesting if you want a little bit more detail. All right, we'll see ya.